Wait. So I'm finally looking into compression, right? I haven't mined ore since freaking November at the earliest. Since they released that idiotic patch. New Dawn. Lol. I can't fit a compressor for moon ore on my porpoise. I thought it was only you can't do it for ice. Where's the medium? Like, is there a small? Or is just medium? Why didn't. What? Oh, I'm sure if I wait a decade, they'll release it. But it's just, I know. It's just, I know, just Jesus Christ. So large ice compressor. I get it that I couldn't compress ice. I get it. It just turned me out. Like, why did you? Why can't I just compress in a porpoise, for Christ's sake? You know? Oh, it'll make it easier. It's what? The bonuses of a rorqual and an orca are better than a porpoise, right? So they're saying that it's totally okay for a game technology role play that you can't have ice and moon ore compression, but you can have asteroid compression and gas compression, but you can't have medium ice and moon ore compression. Wow. The logic is, oh, well, they'll be taking advantage of blah, 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 blah. Everybody will be flying purposes, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, they won't. Yeah. Which nullsec block kisses CCP ass the most? I'll give you three guesses. First two don't count. Same reason that expedition frigates can't mount the, not the warp core stab, but the high slot nullifier for warp nullifier stuff. Yeah. We don't want any peasants coming into our, getting uppity and mining our ore. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, it's such an exploit. Yeah, it's totally funny. I knew I couldn't compress ice, which depressed me. It's like, why? I knew I couldn't fly into nullsec, which I probably wouldn't have anyways. But it just removes so many gameplay options. It's like, for the little guy, you know? Because here I was going, all right, so I normally, when I'm mining in lowsec, I play it safe, do it porpoise, and some careers, I'll take a hit in mining output. I've got a Rorqual. I've never taken it past the docking ring because I'm not an idiot. Why would I want to risk? Like, I'm tempted, right? Because it'd be fun. I've got the mining drones now. I want to play with it. And I'm willing to risk it for the fun of it, just to try it out. But on a regular basis, yeah. If I was in a huge alliance, oh sure, dime a dozen, right? But yeah, it's I'll take this. I'll take the drop in greed for less risk and minimize it because I'll get it less reward. I'll totally take that math. Why not? And I like being the underdog, anyways, flying around on the porpoise and Tech 1 barges. Totally. But and to me, it's like I finally purchased the compression thing. I haven't tested on Singularity. I just personally, just not interested. It's not making me want to mine. And now I finally have a reason to mine because A, I'm at war. Might as well go to lowsec. Frickin' yeah, bring your asses to lowsec. Yeah, not. So yeah, I'm safe. I've always operated in lowsec. You guys know me. I started making videos while I've been in high-sec mostly, but I'm a low-sec Care Bear. Always have been. And it's my home. It's where I feel safe and welcome. And you don't get the high-sec a-holes you do. It's the main reason people go to low-sec, to avoid the high-sec a-holes. And of course you can avoid AMI and Misaba and Tama and all those hub zones because that's where the lowest common denominator goes. And anybody can tell you who's lived in lowsec, if you join anybody who camps a lowsec gate on a high-sec in one of the major hub zones and ganks all day, you're guaranteed to lower your IQ of your alliance and just basically piss away your intelligence. Brain drain, totally. It's a good way to kill your alliance in lowsec. But yeah, play it smart. And how I'm playing it smart is, I ain't gonna mine in lowsec. I'll try out compression because why not? It could be helpful. Right, I'm going with porpoise, Tech 1 barges. Let's do this. So I go to the place to buy it. I buy it, plug it in, get it up to level 3, and then I think naturally, okay, what can I get when I get to level 3? And I get gas decompression efficiency. And I'm like, okay, is there anything more? And I open it up. Yeah, I can get capital, which I suppose is large, right? Or is orca large? And medium is porpoise? But and gas compression, okay, I got that, right? But I'm like, then I see, wait, okay, large, there's only large and medium, okay, I'm like, okay, so Moonar, great, where's the medium Moonar? I'm like, oh, shit. Wow. I'm not flying an orca in lowsec, you nuts? Yeah, come gank me. I will, what's the bonus, right? To compression, that you don't have to haul as much. But I've got a dedicated hauler who does nothing else in hauling. I'll haul. That means I won't be able to mine in coveters, but ooh, Crimea River, right? What ship did I jump into? Did I jump into my coveter? Did I jump into my retriever? No, I jumped in my freaking procurer because, do I still get enough mid slots to have all the PvP stuff? Freaking of course not. What? We're down to 2? Well, there goes my PvP ability. This is my... Oh, really? You want to attack me? Modules. Oh, no, of course. Miners have to be dedicated miners. Wow. I know. It's just... It's like, okay, well, I can't have any ability to do anything. Why? Tank? I have no gank. Ooh, I got double the drones. Great. I've got gank now. All right, but I don't have any ability to hold anybody on field. Great. You know, these are slow ass. I suppose I could drop all my active resists, I suppose. and and have these. That's what I'll probably do. I mean, you absolutely need to be able to kill something quick, because if they're going to be able to take advantage of you, they'll take advantage of you next time and the next time and the next time. So if you make it not easy for them, that's a start. Like if they warp in something and can point you or scram you or anything, um, and you're obviously not able to do anything to them if they get too close, you know, warp right in on top of you with, say, a battle cruiser, and they suddenly get webbed and pointed and scrammed. Yeah, they might kill one or more or all of you, but you're suddenly in their eyes a hard target, not a soft target. And that's the whole point. What are they going to do next time, right? You know? And most of the time, when they see you in local, they're going to see a hard target, not a, oh, no, no, I can just warp in with whatever and kill them. They'll know we have to have a counter, and therefore I'm in the wrong ship for that, because I'm just whipping around in a gank ship and these guys can actually take me out. So it means, oh, I'll need to reship. Or maybe they're in there and they'll come back later, but you've made yourself a hard target. That's the whole point, because they know what you are. They know week to week you're doing the same damn thing. They'll want to gank you. And if you make yourself a hard target, they'll realize that they have to think, and that means they have to waste time thinking, which means I get extra time to spot them. That's all it boils down to. You know, I'll know what ships you fly, you know what ships I fly. I'm not an easy target, and that's all that matters, because they'll naturally gravitate to easy targets and make yourself a hard target. Compression would have helped a bit, but to me it's like, I'm gonna have to haul anyways, and I got a hauler. What's my hauler gonna do, right? Because I know how it works currently. I'm curious as to, like, what's it like these days for mining. I'm using a Tech 1 without crystal miner. Can I use it? Yeah, so I'm not even caring about the new crystals. I'm not even caring about anything. I'm just thinking, oh, well, I'll ditch these active, put these in here. I get an extra low slot. Damage control. Yeah, 100% damage control. And lose the actives. That's my brain. And do I get... Ooh, look at that. All right. So I'm absolutely definitely going... oh, for sure. I'm definitely slapping in hobgoblins here, and I just switch it up for each. Like, this one's hobgoblins, this one's acolytes, so I'll get infiltrators and all the whole, because if they know how to tank against you, that's the whole point of their stuff. So if you have multi, yeah, just make yourself the hardest damn target you can, and know that assist and guard don't work in PvP for low and high sec. Just remember that, right? And you're golden. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, CCP, what have you done? Like, when I first read the article, it was like, oh, I can't ice compress in a porpoise. But you can't moon compress in a porpoise either? Lol. You know, it's just so stupid because it's like I have an ore. I have. Look how stupid it is. Just look at it objectively. I have an ore hold full of asteroid ore, right? It's the same bulk as gas, the same bulk as ice, and the same bulk as moon ore. And you're telling me that a civilization that can have cloning, that can have FTL communications, that can clone jump across the universe, that I can I can plug in and buy remotely any skill in the game except a few of them, and I can purchase anything across the universe if I want to by using capsular technology. And you're telling me your porpoise can't use the same technology as an orca can? Like, let's go through the math. Like let's reverse engineer that. Let's go in that way and go, okay, well, by that logic, it should be the Rorqual who can easily fit. Because look at the logic. They're saying it's too small, it's too complex. So, why on God's green earth do you need level 5 for your large moon ore compression? Is there a large ice ore compression? Large Mercoxic compressor? Medium, large gas compressor. So it just large ice compressor, large asteroid compressor. Okay, so here's the thing. By that logic, that's saying porpoise is too small, the technology is too complex, ignoring the fact that there's no real difference between ice, asteroid ore, and you'd think ice is simple, and then asteroid ore would be more complex because it's dirty, right? And then moon ore is less complex because there's less stuff in it now that they've removed the minerals, right? So you'd think minerals would be the most difficult to compress, right? Because there's just so different, right? It's not homogeneous like ice. So by their entire logic, the ice should be the easiest, and the Rorqual, because it's big, would be the easiest. There, because it's like, well, it's bulky because it's complex. It's like, then by that standard, the compression should be like low skilled because it's so bulky. And as you get up in skill, you can get smaller, right? Right? No. So level 5 should be like the medium stuff, like the porpoise stuff. If they're going by that logic, this should be the higher in skill you go, the smaller you can cram, you know, duh. But no, absolutely not. Apparently. But where's the Tech 2 compressor? Like, where do you go from here with the Tech 2, right? Like, it makes zero sense. It's like this is saying we didn't think about it very much because we're a bunch of effing idiots. And last November, we just had C. diff, bent over, and had explosive diarrhea all over the wall, hoping something would stick. That's it. It ain't a pretty picture, any way you cut it. And you just look under the hood and go, and you know what CCP would say to this kind of video? Oh, internet spaceships is serious business. You know? HDFU. Twang. Yeah. Their contempt for us is boundless. Literally. It's just a slap in the face, isn't it? You know? And I don't want to use compression, so I'm happy. I'm going, fuck ace. I don't have to worry about that crap. You know? Because I gotta holler. What's gonna do if I'm compressing all the time? Sit around and twiddle its thumbs? You know? So I'm like, okay, great. I don't have to worry about it. But the thing is, it's like, that part of me goes, this is totally unimmersive. Why can't the porpoise use it? And then I explore it, and I reverse engineer it, and then I look at the logic of that reverse engineering, and I go, what could they have done logically? And I just did it. And then I continue to play the game. And a lot of people don't want to do this because they would get turned off of the game, you know? Totally turned off of the game. And it's a risk I take too, because I stopped playing for 2 months when I discovered that, like I said, drones don't obey guard or assist in low and high, but they do in nullsec because of Crime Watch 2. The mechanics. It's got to be. I sent all that to CCP, and what did they do? You remember that when they totally screwed up the assistant guard stuff or the whole PvP drone thing, and they just reverted it within a couple of weeks, or maybe less than a week, when people just lost their minds over it. You know, they just, we're just going to remove it, because their favorite thing to do is remove code. And I handed them on a platter a reason to remove code, but that was not my intent. And what do you think my response would be for people to say, oh, file a bug report? I'm like, and you think that's going to help? File a petition. Oh, people are so silly. Well, I just spent 180 million. That's one fob. Whoop-de-doo. The cost of bashing one pirate stronghold using 6 accounts is 180 million. So, did that yesterday. It took me 15 minutes, and it was nearby. So, whoop-de-friggin-doo. Wow, CCP. Just blowing my mind all the time. Wow. I was interested, like, okay, well, how am I going to refit my porpoise? I'm going to have to, nerf some of the stuff on my ship in order to use compression. Will it be worth it? And now I'm like, well, I don't have to worry about that, do I? It's so stupid, isn't it? Right? just think of the long-term thinking and putting all those requirements in there for skills, for modules used for, and then you're like, required for, and then you're like, but what about Tech 2? They just didn't think. They just didn't go there. They're like, oh, it's going to be like the Bastion module. We don't have to worry about Tech 2 because we'll never introduce it, and we'll just tease them because they'll just think it's, oh, maybe if we keep subscribing to their game, they'll improve it. Lol. How is it being improved? Ask those people who were having loads of fun with ABCs and ISEC. all those Care Bears who quit the game and made all those negative reviews on Steam. Oh, I don't, I didn't like the fact there were ABCs in high sec, but look how much fun it was for them. You know, they were able to do stuff in the game and afford stuff in the game they've never had been able to before. You know, it was fun. It was undeniably fun. You know, there was ISK flowing everywhere. It was great. The faucets were just bursting open. You had permanent asset safety. It was great. People were having lots of fun. It was incredibly difficult for high sec pirates to just glom on any mistake anybody made in high sec and profit from it obscenely. And then they introduced cores, which were automatic 100% refund. And the pirates are still whining. It's so funny. It's like, and it's like, yes, the dashing, daring high-sec pirates, Vive. The guiding the guiding sand, the guiding hand social club of cunning, infiltrating, conniving, super 200 IQ. You could fly a freighter sideways through the loopholes in this game that have never been fixed since launch. And you gotta wonder how many douchebags have been playing this game for over a decade who have been exploiting those same loopholes year after year after year, and that have given this game such a lousy reputation. And still, what does CCP do? HDFU twang guitar solo. I love CCP Ghost or Guard. No, CCP Guard. Awesome guy. And I am not hating on him because he was the lead. Was he the lead singer for that video? It was. They had a lot of fun, except the message was dark. And he made he was, like any good actor. I mean, how far can you carry season 8 of, how far on your shoulders can you carry season 8 of Game of Thrones, no matter how good an actor you are, Yeah, D&D, Dumber and Dumber. Yeah, that's CCP, right? We're great. Snort coke. Woohoo! Wow. Just, yeah, how is it gonna nerf the ship? Like, to have to drop one of these. This is great for so you don't have to worry about dealing with the rats. The rats will be automatically dealt with because you guard your burster with all your stuff, and that burster is remote repping something. And the normal rats will aggro 95% of the time, eventually within a few cycles of their little brains, onto the burster, and you've got everything guarding it, automatic poof for rats. Done. Would I need anything else? Like how? Like, I don't think I can fit. That would be funny if this entire video, I totally missed the whole point and I could actually fit. That would be hilarious. I'm so uploading if that's the case. See, I want to prove myself wrong. Okay, so capital. Okay, so large. Right, wait. Wait. So they're saying. Gotcha. So when I'm looking at large, that means orca, and capital. Okay, let's look at this game. All right, so let's reverse engineer. So level 5, right? So level 5, that's an orca. Gotcha. So that's coccyx, that's gas, that's ice, and that's asteroid, right? So what in God's name, like I'm rethinking this now, re-understanding, is that why didn't they have medium? Like, why didn't they have shipboard compression technology? And you got to level 3, and then you could get, level 4, and then you could get large shipboard compression technology. Like, this should be medium shipboard compression technology. This should have been medium, large shipboard compression technology. And then when you went to, large shipboard, you got to level 4 of large, you could get the capital, right? That would have made sense, because then you could have had your moon ore compression, your large, and your, this would have been medium moon ore compressor, the whole, and it would have been each skill set would have had the same moon ore, coccyx, gas, ice, and asteroid. It doesn't make any bloody sense, though, because this is the least homogeneous type, right? Why would you have the least, like, moon ore has different stuff in it, right? But not a lot. But asteroid ore does. So this should be ice, right? Because it's just one. And this should be coccyx, I guess, right? I've never mind coccyx. I don't know what else is in the ore. Gas is gas. That would, it's not, that might be a bit more difficult. So I'd say 3. And then this would be moon ore, and then this would be asteroid ore. It would just make sense, right? Right? Because they're the same volume. Because the ore hold has the same volume, right? So if you fill it up, they're all the same volume. There's no, like, yeah. It's bizarre. Like, it just, like, your brain tries to make sense. This is why it sounded different in the beginning of the video than now. It's like your brain tries to make logical, you try to build a logical rationale, and just assume CCP has a logical rationale for this, and then you just start picking it apart, and you're like, not only does none of this make sense, but it seems very petty of them to do it this way, and actually it starts to look really freaking stupid. Like, they put zero thought into it, Here's what they're thinking. Well, once you reverse engineer to this point, like what? This is 3 levels of nuance I'm on now, or 3 levels of irony, if you want to look at it. The folly of man. This, in CCP's brain, little dinosaur brain, went Rocco, nullsec blocks, most complicated. We go, level 5, yeah. Right? Because if we go to capital, I'll bet that would be, yeah, see? So, moon ore, coccyx, gas, ice, and asteroid ore. And that should have been, this should be ice, because duh. And this should have been coccyx. I'll caveat, never mind coccyx. Then gas, then moon ore, then asteroid ore, because it's the least homogeneous. And that should have been for medium, large, and capital ship compression technologies. And that should have been the way it went. But to have moon ore there and asteroid, because look at the way CCP thinks. Level 1, the peons, or those that mine, the uppities are those that mine asteroid ore. The stupids will asteroid or mine, but the smart ones are playing with the
the nullsec blocks, and they're smart because they know what's going on. Ugh. And most complicated because, yeah, it's totally complicated. That's their thinking. We worship nullsec blocks, but piss on highsec Care Bears because that's what they've always done. They go, well, you have to be stupid not to be in nullsec. That's basically what this whole thing says, and what the whole game says, basically. It's dumb because, yeah, if I wanted to be greedy, yeah, I'd be in nullsec. Why wouldn't anybody? I mean, everybody watching this channel to this point and getting to this point, just look at your motivations. Why aren't you in a nullsec block? I mean, the reason is, why aren't you? Because you'd make way more iskies. I mean, I've heard people say wormholes more liquid, but whatever, right? Or Poshpin or whatever, right? But the argument is, you're in a nullsec block, you're going to be able to take advantage of that weight of metal to, Rorqual mine. Moonor. So who in their right mind would be dumb enough to be happy mining asteroid ore? That's their thinking. That's their entire thinking, and it stops there, and they're not interested in anything else. And that's why the naysayers say about CCP, they only care about the mass multi-boxing freakoids who do level 4s in high sec, and then the null blocks. That's it. They cater to that. And they do. It's literal proof. 100%. It's amazing. It's stupid. It's pointless. It's just damn silly. It's like, if you think about it, it's like they'll never introduce Tech 2 of this stuff. It'll always be like the Bastion module, right? It'll always be this way because they've painted themselves into a corner, right? They totally have. And they haven't thought about it at all, besides catering to the nullsec blocks and being very petty towards anybody else who accepts less, who would rather not partake in nullsec, who have seen nullsec for what it was, for what it is, I like to make my home somewhere and call it home. Could you do that in nullsec? Of course not. We're redeploying next month permanently. And you're like, okay, rip up all roots. It's like Wormhole, but worse. So I don't like being nomadic. I don't like ripping up my roots and moving elsewhere. Kudos to people who do it. They make more iskies. I'm accepting less. Does that mean I'm lesser? No, it's just I'm playing a different game than CCP intends. But has CCP ever intended anything? No. I know what they intend. It's proof positive. Next patch. They intend the next patch. Totally. It's gonna be great. And then they just can forget the last ones. Who cares, right? Anyways. Yeah, I don't think I'll change my fit at all. This is great. I'll just rip out these. Bye-bye. Move this over here. Thank you. Move this here. Thank you. Yeah, done. That was simple. Uh-oh. Right. Brain dead. And damage control. Damage control. Azeel, welcome to my pack rat place. Alright, damage control. Do I have any more damage control? I used to have tons of them. There we go. Right. And voila, done. Hooray! Can I fit in more? They've got more. Yeah, might as well. I was worried about CPU before, but now I'm not. So I can go Tech 2. Hooray, Tech 2. Bugger. Alright, send an alt off to Amar to grab everything. Neutral alt. Right, yeah. That's how she rolls. And each one of my other guys has a different module. Like one's going to have a web, one's going to have a scram. Two have webs, I think. One has scram, one has disruptor. Oh, man. Yeah, and that's how I roll. Lowsec. Fun. Super fun. Yeah, if anything gets close and tries to get frisky, well, they usually expect to be able to get away, right? If it doesn't go their way. That's my thinking. But yeah, there's always a counter, but, you know, like I said before, make yourself a hard target. It makes people just leave you alone, for the most part. At least the yahoos, right? Who want low risk and high reward. What am I doing these days? Oh, jeez. Well, I believe the troll Stuart. I call him Stuart. Look what I could do. Who's infiltrated both Riot and Black Flag after shutting down his Wherefore. I'm sure I didn't expect him to last that long in Riot or Black Flag. I figured 3 months tops, and his antisocial ways would just be it for him. And he'd go on his he'd reform Where 5 or something. But he's spent so much capital into social capital into convincing people that, oh, he's not one player, he's different players. So he's sent his little alts off to roleplay different personality types in both Black Flag and Riot, mostly, that I know of, right? These people are just beyond words. So yeah, Stuart is probably gonna encourage Riot to keep me war decked permanently. So I think in between, you know, going to high sec and bashing a few nearby upwells, I'll probably be just mining lowsec. I've lowsec friends. Why not have fun mining lowsec? Doing what I always love to do. Mine. Love mining. It in any game. CCP took the joy out of it for me. For certain aspects, because it just, you know, they're the fun police, you know. Oh, you're making too much, or we don't like that. That's not into board. We shouldn't do that. Blah. And it's like, the longer you look at them, the longer you know they're just getting their dick sucked by nullsec blocks who just want to be petty, be dickish, you know, ruin the game for pretty much everybody. And CCP is just completely blind, you know. And eventually, we'll go below 20k PCU. And at that point, the game's dead. At that point, once that threshold is passed, like I've known since release, once we go below that, CCP is eventually going to just shut down the servers. Eventually. But it'll take a few years. I mean, but yeah, once you reach the threshold, it becomes cost prohibitive unless they can somehow sucker us into buying NFTs, you know. Because, you know, Icelanders can totally do it better than Axel Games and totally not get more than $500 million stolen from them in hard, cold cash. Worth, I guess, of Ethereum. Lol. It's kind of ironic that, you know, when Ethereum backers got their shit stolen, they did a fork to save their asses. Did it Axel get a fork to save their asses? No. Do you think CCP is going to get a fork to save their sorry asses? Oh, totally. Totally. Too big to fail, right? Lol. So yeah, permadeath by Riot, I'm guessing. So yeah, have fun in lowsec because, oh no, you'll drive me to lowsec. Oh. Where I grew up. All right, that's it for me. Have fun, guys. Yeah, you'll see me in lowsec having fun. I'll probably make videos of mining in lowsec. It's so much fun. And I don't think I will either because nothing's changed. I mean, you watch videos of me a couple of years ago doing the same thing in the same fits with the same attitude. Ow. So funny. Oh, CCP. Never change. All right. Right. I've got to get drones. Let's get drones here. All right. Put it in here. Plug. Five of those. Do I even have? No, I don't. Off the market. Oops. There we go. Alright, I need infiltrators. Do I have? Not really. Alright. Off the market with that. And warp disruptor. 2. That as well. Shopping list. Done. Wow. Dur? 50. Right. Cap boost 50. Cap boost 50. Cap boost 50. Okay, whatever. And 50, 18. What to do? I can always, if I have to ever have to use it, I'm probably dead anyways. So that's why I'm not stocking with more. Yeah. Yeah. If I need to use my ancillaries to do anything but tank something stupid, then I'm dead anyways. So it's no point carrying more. And hopefully, if I'm smart enough, I'll never have to use it, right? All right. So infiltrators for that. It's too bad. It's just too bad. There was just like, why would you do that? There was no reason for you to gank. You know, oh, that shouldn't be combat ships. Can't. That's a meme. Don't like that. We never intended that. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Sorry. There are a few good eggs that have come and gone in CCP, but for the most part, the dregs of their society are inhabiting those offices, and I have zero respect for them. They've never deserved it. Yeah, that HTFU video just encapsulated all that was bad about CCP. All that was just rotten to the core. Okay, that one's done. La la la. Oops. Yeah, stuff I'll be building for a while. I did that event, right? So I'm pretty sure people can find all that Edencom stuff in Pochven now, or just farming the nearby invasion stuff that's still there. Yeah, I guess so. Yawn. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Sorry. Crap. Where the stuff I took off? Oh, brains. I had a web, didn't I? It was a web, wasn't it? Web. No, it was a scrambler. Right. Why do I have 2 scramblers on? I should have 2 webs. Maybe I was thinking one of them might get ganked. Like the scrambler might get ganked, so I need 2 scramblers. Because that would be priority number 1 for anybody with MWD, right? That's why I kept... And how fast did my ship, anyways? I mean, I should really pay attention to that. 125. Yeah, I totally need freaking 2 webs. They'll just get away from me anyways. If I don't have 2 webs. Yeah, get out of range and turn their MWD on. Yeah, I better put 2 webs on there. Screw it. Damn it. Stasis. Bloop. And damage control. Bloop. Alright, everybody got damage control and need the disruptor, infiltrators. Oh, good. Right. And here, the min matter one, so we'll put you in there. And the hammerhead goes in this one. Bloop. Awesome. Okay. And I think I'm happy with this fit. What the hell? No idea. I'll figure it out later. I got stuff to do around town. Got enough. We're good. It's looking good. What's that? Yeah, definitely need it. Alright, cool. Done. I'm happy. No change to the porpoise. Mark 7. I wish there was. I wish I could have put in compression to, you know, see what it's like. No. Lol. Totally lol. So I got a net nerf. It's awesome. Oh, CCP. So silly. Yeah, and the Beowulf I've always been happy with. God, for at least a year. Yep. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. Alright.
Impel. Was I refueling? What was I doing? Apparently nothing. Alright. Do. How many do I need? 3, right? Ah, fine. Alright. Derp. Corporate cash, not invitation. Don't like keeping more than 5 million in any of my alts. I keep all my cash in my corporate office, one of them. Otherwise, you just go mentally bonkers trying to keep it all together. You just waste time, right? And time is precious. Alright, off I go. I haven't seen Boom Boom Long Time in so long. Spaceship Barbie? Was there a Spaceship Barbie anywhere? I forget. Those people are crazy. Spend all day yapping. It's like, okay, well, I'm sure you find mining ore to be boring, so have at it. What I've been doing? Huh? Mostly just playing other games. Helping Exidium when it got war decked by Riot. Riot is not the same entity it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago it was a big entity full of players. Now it's just a husk of multi-boxers. Black Flag is still the kind of like what Riot used to be, and Black Flag has always been. Were they part of like Pirate without the E? Capitals. Yeah, that back in the day, right? But that fell apart for real life reasons, I think. Jintan covered that one a while back. Right when Abandoned State happened, wasn't it? It's pretty funny. I suspect it just got too easy for people to gank things in high sec, and people just wanted to carve out their own little empire with their own little troops and make a name for themselves. Ganking naive customers. Yeah, welcome to Eve. Here's the Rubik's Cube. Go F yourself.
Drive active.
And as you notice, the sound's been off. Yeah, I don't play with music anymore. I don't play with sound except on my main. I mean, my hauler. I chose this one, and you just fiddle it when in your launcher profiles to give a profile a different name. So you have one profile for your high quality, and then the rest of them I keep on another profile and the same profile, and they're all low quality, like memory optimization stuff. Because I've never had a really bleeding edge computer. Sorry, CCP. Yeah, your game's a screensaver with a built-in chat function. It looks like Stewart is up and about. Yeah, and I track Stuart's movements as much as humanly, sanely possible. Because once you're on his radar, he's like a dog with a bone. Yeah, just like all the high-sec people, you're on their Rolodex. Every once in a while, they'll get bored and look up who's next on their Rolodex and just war deck that person. So once you've been war decked, you'll always be war decked. Until you become war ineligible, it's just their thing. And if anybody pays attention to them, apparently I'm his frenemy or best friend forever or blah blah blah, but I don't answer him, I don't read his emails, I don't just mark it read and just move on. Yeah, seeing them in my inbox knowing I've never read them is gives joy to my heart, warms the cockles of my heart. Such a douche. But yeah, that's SNL's character. Look at what I can do. I don't care if it's a sad state of affairs. It's just like we play the game, and if somebody wants to interrupt our game, well, that's life in lowsec. Like, it's almost as if he wants to recreate lowsec in highsec. But unlike lowsec, where it's sort of like a Bushido style kind of attitude, his style is just pure Machiavellian. You know, the kind of kid who'd go up to you and say, hey, that kid said something about you, and then go to the other kid and said, hey, that other kid said something, and try to start a fight that way. That's that's his code. It's totally his code, man. When he broke up Wherefore, he infiltrated both Riot and Black Flag, and I just laughed my ass off. It's like you're playing all sides now, and yeah, he'll have his fun with them, and once he's done with them, he'll just probably form Where 5. But I thought it would happen way before. I'm actually quite surprised he's been able to. His EP is massive. He's been able to play sociable with these people. But if you interact with them, they're a bunch of a-holes in the first place. So, we'll see. He's a psychopath. Psychopaths are charming. Sociopaths are just not charming, but same thing. And as always, except if you're bored and want to get pestered, always do that. Be a hard target. And yeah, the instant you stop doing that, yeah, you become a target.
Warp drive active.
And you got to remember, everything bad that happens to you is learning experience. And don't let them teach you the lessons. Right? Because then you're just reacting to them. And that's exactly what they want. That's what bullies always want. Somebody to react to them. Their way. They're not prepared if you react a different way. You're not allowed to do that. Oh, absolutely not. But of course, you're not a threat to them. No, of course not. You're easy pred. You're a pathetic weakling, etc., 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 etc. Oh, they'll play nice with people they think they can manipulate, but they just won't play nice with people, and they'll be downright nasty to people who just refuse to be manipulated. And they see it right away, too. They'll just go for you. They won't even bother. Oh, well.
As long as you're selfish and antisocial, you can cross your fingers and hope you don't get picked on.
Warp drive active.
Right? Because if you're antisocial and you're greedy and you're selfish, you won't speak up to save others. You won't be interested in protecting others. You'll just be looking out for number one and mind your own business, mining, and who the hell cares what Muffy's talking about, because I'm mining and he's not. Busy experimenting with stuff and I'm just making iskies. Okay.
Warp drive
Making iskies. You know how much money you make per hour in this game? In real life terms? Think about it. You're grinding away for $2 an hour in real life. If you ever could monetize it, but you can't. Do you really think anybody gives a shit about you? If you've got the attitude, well, if I mind my own business and not help anybody when they ask for it or don't ask for it, then I'm doing good.
Warp drive active.
I'm playing a game. I'm having fun. Yeah. Okay. Hey, buddy. In a MMO. And just think about that. We're playing an MMO. Full of griefers. For griefers. By griefers.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And you want to pretend you can ostrich your way out of trouble. Wow. Just think about that. The logic. Oh dear. Yana. I didn't click OK. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Voila. Awesome. Good to go. And plus, I love it in lowsec. I never get the pop-up for, do you really want to undock during the war? It's like, duh. Yeah, I totally hit that undock button by accident. Herp. Wow. I love mining. There's something about mining that's just so, I don't know, satisfying. I freaking, like, viscerally. Yeah. Yay, America, for just giving up exploiting the universe. Because, you know, you're idiots.
Connecting.
Yeah, I mean, for Christ's sake, I was born in 1969. Exploit the resources of the solar system. It's not, at the current time, the technology isn't good enough to actually transport things up and down, or down the, you know, I mean, how do we get those minerals down to Earth and exploit, you know? It would basically be, we're in space, what can we get to the ground cheaply, right? But yeah, who knows? We haven't really tried it much, have we? All right. Dock up, or where is it? Exit? Where is? Oh wait. Isn't exit
one I don't have access to. Press the number key. There we go. Clicking does not work. And what we got here? Theta, forge, exit. Yeah, I don't think I have access to exit. Why don't I have access to exit? Doesn't really matter. But I wonder why. Oh, lol. That's why. Whatever. I don't honestly need it, access to it. I can just contract it over to somebody else who does have access to it. That's all I need to do. Cool. Let's see. And of course, I'll upload it after the moon is popped later today. Don't feel like advertising my whereabouts on the day I'm doing it. Don't want anybody logged off in the moon belt, do I? No, that would be silly. All right, done.